Productions 34, and I know I need a haircut, but nonetheless, we're here with an exciting new series. I'm talking with my hands. It's really fun. So yeah, this week, this Friday, Friday, April 1st, we are starting the Building Kamino series here on my channel. And I know a lot of you have probably seen other building this, building that type series on other channels, but I promise you this is going to be vastly different than those. This is going to be a great new, this is going to revolutionize the Building This weekly series, I think, in my opinion. So, make sure you stick around the whole video. We got a lot planned. I guess I'll go ahead and start off now with the planning of it, and then I'm going to get into some sketching over there, and then we might actually get into some building here in week 1. So this should be pretty interesting here in week 1, episode 1, so, make sure you stick around, but nonetheless, here is Kamino. This is actually the planet set of Kamino. This isn't the mock, but we're really going for more on the ground view of Kamino here with this mock, so we're going to try to get in closer than the planet model shows, So, I mean, the blues here really will match up well. I think the blue will be easy to replicate, but, Kamino was a pretty good planet from Star Wars Episode 2, actually. It wasn't as prevalent as Geonosis, wasn't shown as much, but it was still very, very popular, I guess, just maybe because of the Jango Fett and Obi-Wan fight. That kind of popularized Kamino and made it kind of more cool. It does have the clone training facility, so that's also, or clone training, clone birthing, however you want to, the cloning facility. So yeah, that's a pretty cool thing about Kamino too, so maybe we can even add in some of that to the mock here when we're getting into the early sketching and trying to figure out what we want to go to in later weeks. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on over there to some sketching, and I'll, do a little drawing for you guys. We'll see what we come up with and see if we get any cool little design ideas here in the early going. So let's go. Alright everyone, now I'm here over at the desk to do some sketching. We have a silver Sharpie, so you guys should be able to see that pretty well on this paper. And then over here I have the Kamino planet. I just brought it over so that I could have some inspiration. You gotta have something over here to keep you artsy while you're drawing. So without further ado, I'd like to just go ahead and draw a 4 base plate setup. That's what I'm going to go for here. We're just going to make it 4 gray base plates. That's how big the mock's going to be. And I'm not an artist, and these probably aren't perfect squares, but they will do just fine for art purposes. Close enough, so I'm pretty happy with that. Actually, I'm really pleased. So we're going to have 4 base plates. This is going to represent water here, because we're just really sketching. That's much better handwriting. That's going to represent water, just some squiggles. So yeah, we're going to have buildings be squares, and so BLD, building. So building is a square. These aren't buildings, of course, these are the base plates, so we'll just ignore that. Square is probably bad. We'll do a little roof on it. There, that's how you know it's a building. And maybe if we need a ship or something, we can have like an X as a ship. Stuff like that. So Kamino, has a lot of water, so I think we're going to have to start out as a base layer with water. I think that's just the best way to do it here. Just get a lot of water on there, do some squiggles. So that's all going to be water right there. It's going to be all covered in water, completely 100% covered in studs. And I think that's going to make it look really good. It's really going to capture the idea of being on the ground in Kamino, even though there is really not that much ground. It's water, so we're going to be on the water, really. Buildings, I don't know what I'm going to do for buildings. I think we're going to keep it really low on the buildings. Maybe 0 buildings, maybe 1 if we're lucky. I know I wanted to build the clone training facility above it, but I think that'd be really just too difficult and out of my skill level, so we might just skip that altogether. And as far as ships go, we can put anything on there, really. Anything that was from Kamino that Lego made that I don't have to build myself is good. So, maybe like Qui-Gon Jinn's Jedi Starfighter, we'll just throw it in right here. I'm sure I have that up there in my collection somewhere. I mean, it's one of the most popular sets Lego's ever made. And, I'm not quite sure what else we could throw on there. Maybe some clone walkers, well, I guess walkers wouldn't really make sense. Lego doesn't really make much aquatic stuff. I'm just looking around my collection right now while we're sitting here together, and maybe like the Wampa. I'm not even sure. Can Wampas swim? That's a good question. We're gonna find out. We're gonna throw a Wampa right here. We're gonna find out if they can swim. Maybe a couple Tauntauns around it. It's just really difficult with Lego. They didn't make any aquatic stuff, and I don't want to build any of my own for this series, so we're just gonna have to deal with what we have. So really, this is about what we're going to get with this mock. I think this is a solid start here. So, I mean, we could go over and start building now, I guess. And I should have mentioned this earlier, but I expect this series to last about 20 weeks. I think that's a fair idea, is 20 weeks. So you got a lot of building Kamino coming your way, guys. So lots of it. Lots of Kamino. So, oh, we should address the clouds. I think I'm just going to omit the clouds for this mock. We're not going to worry about clouds. We're just going to worry about the water, like the base level. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and jump over to the base plates over there on my table, and we'll build up the, first base layer. Maybe we might, yeah, honestly, we could finish this mock today. I think I can finish this mock in like 1 3-minute segment over there. Let's go do this. Come on. Wait, I almost forgot. I have to sign my name on it, right? Ryan. Oops. 16. Yeah, there you go. That's how you know I drew that, because I'm an artist. Alright, and here we are over at the table, of course. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some concept art, or some art from some Google searches I did. And we have some images of Kamino. And I think we're going to go with some type of design like this, but not quite. I think this is a little too detailed for me. We're really looking to replicate the water here. That's what we're doing here. And the water looks pretty good. Looks like we have a shell station in this picture. That's an odd one. We'll just keep going. So yeah, it looks like a lot of water. I don't see anything, too cool looking Minecraft. And we're just gonna keep scrolling here. Looks like water. Water. Yeah, it looks like mostly water. So we're going to go ahead and get that water in. There's Qui-Gon Jinn, Starfighter, of course, right there. And hopefully that color bounces back out. But, yeah. Nonetheless, let me go ahead and grab the parts I need, and we'll go ahead and get started building here. These are the 4 base plates, of course, that we're going to build on. And, yeah, let me grab that. Those are under a large pile, so we're going to need to get those out, and then we can build. There you go. That is some water in a cup. 2 waters in a cup, actually. And the Kamino planet. This is really going to be, I think I'm going to use this as a centerpiece of the mock. We're going to go ahead and put that right there. We're going to build our mock around that beautifully crafted planet set there. And yeah, so let's go ahead and see what we can do here. I'm going to shut these blinds, kind of fix the lighting. And let's open this up. In here we've got a bunch of stud pieces. These are really cool, really well colored. They really match the color of Kamino. And we'll go ahead and even this out a little, give some to the other cup. It's a little poor. But there you go. That is a lot of studs in there. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and just start building. We're really looking to get that classic Kamino look. So I have inside added in some translucent studs, so you get like the waves when they crest. You can see some of the air bubbles or whatever. So that's what the white studs are trying to replicate. So, that's really not going to be enough there. Let's try a little bit more. I think 1 layer is going to have to be a lot more. I thought that would cover it, but man, that is not going to be enough. All right, let's go ahead and just, we're going to do this in a much quicker fashion. And the real trick with this is getting an even spread, of course. You really want to get an even and, a very solid coat of stud water. See, that is a problem. It's not easily fixable, but you can just brush your hand across, really just fix like that. So now we have a basic outline of what we're looking for. Ooh, we had a straggler. We have the basic outline, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna pour out that other cup. I have 1 more cup of water after that if we need it, so let's see if it's gonna be enough. Oh no, we ended up with another uneven spread. Oh, that's really unfortunate there. Oh my, well, let's go ahead and try to fix it. You can kind of rub it out. We can even it out really easily, actually. This is, a lot easier than I thought it would be. Okay. So, you get, I think I'm going to have to order more water online. I think this is not enough, really, to get the look I'm looking for. But it does look pretty solid for day 1. It's a pretty good start, so I'm going to go ahead and flip back over to me on the chair, and I'll go ahead and close out the video, and we'll look forward to what we're going to see in week 2 of building Kamino. Well, if you couldn't tell, this is actually an April Fool's joke. Gotcha. Yeah, this isn't real though. I'm not actually gonna build this Kamino thing. There are some pretty cool Kamino mocks I did see on Google, but this is not what I'm actually doing. I'm not actually building Kamino. I'm not doing anything to do with Kamino, actually. I just thought this would be a fun little, like, April Fool's joke, you know, gotcha. You thought I was doing a really bad mock series about a really bad planet to do a mock on. But, yeah, actually the origin of this idea comes back from when David was doing Building Kashyyyk, maybe a year and a half back. It's been a long time that we've had this idea. We being Lego Bob 35 and I, and he unfortunately never made the Building Kamino video. And I told him, hey, if you don't do it, I'm gonna do it. So, you know, here we are, about like a year and a half later probably. And you know, the whole idea is like, you know, hey, I'm gonna build this mock, and it's really bad. It's actually just water on a base plate, and that's what's so funny, or supposed to be funny. Hopefully, I hope you guys did enjoy this. But yeah. With that note, I mean, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's kind of supposed to be a little sarcastic, a little funny. I hope you know, maybe some little Easter eggs in the video that you might have seen that kind of relate back to Building Kashyyyk as like a joke, like joking about it. But, yeah, so that's it for this video. That's Building Kamino, episode 1 of 1. There will be no episode 2, week 2, you know what I mean. But, yeah. Honestly, in the future, though, I'd like to do something like this as a weekly building series of something. I'm just not sure what. You know, maybe something with episode 7 or Rogue One later this year when that comes out. So we'll see what we go with. Maybe Starkiller Base could be pretty cool. But, you know, again, that's something really big and expensive, and that's really not in my budget. But, yeah, so with that, I thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Peace out.